Imagine a disease we once defeated making a deadly comeback. A child in Texas has died from measles, the first measles-related death in the US in almost 10 years. How did we get here? What went wrong? And how can we stop this from happening again? Let's break it down. The outbreak begins. The outbreak started in a small community in northwest Texas with low vaccination rates. Within weeks, cases skyrocketed. Health officials confirmed that over 124 people have been infected, most of them children. A tragedy struck when one unvaccinated child lost their life to the disease. Why measles is so dangerous? Measles is not just a rash. It's a powerful virus that spreads faster than almost any other disease. Just one infected person can spread it to 90% of unvaccinated people around them. It's airborne, lingering in the air for hours after someone coughs or sneezes. Imagine walking into a room hours after an infected person left and still getting sick. That's how contagious it is. Early symptoms you shouldn't ignore. The first signs of measles may seem like a common cold: fever, cough, runny nose, and red, watery eyes. But soon a red rash appears, spreading from the face down to the body. In severe cases, measles can cause pneumonia, brain swelling, permanent hearing loss, and even death. Some children develop a rare but deadly brain disease called SSPE, subacute sclerosing panencephalitis, years after recovering from measles. It slowly destroys the brain and has no cure. For decades, the measles vaccine kept this deadly virus under control. The US officially eliminated measles in the year 2000, meaning the disease was no longer spreading regularly in the country. But now, measles is back, and it's spreading fast. Why are cases rising? So, what changed? Why is making a comeback? The answer lies in vaccination rates. To keep measles under control, at least 95% of people need to be vaccinated. But in many communities, that number has dropped below the safe level. Texas, where the outbreak started, has a vaccination rate of about 94.3%, just below the recommended level. And in some areas, especially those with religious or cultural opposition to vaccines, the rates are even lower. Another factor: misinformation. False claims about vaccines have led some parents to skip immunizations, fearing side effects that science has repeatedly disproven. But the reality is, the measles vaccine is one of the safest and most effective vaccines ever created. Most US children get 2 doses of the measles vaccine, which provides 97% protection. But in this outbreak, almost all of the infected patients were unvaccinated. Out of more than 120 cases, only 5 people had been vaccinated. This proves just how important immunization is. The response and what comes next. Health officials are taking action. Free vaccination clinics have been set up in Texas and other affected states, including New Mexico, California, and New York. In Lubbock, Texas, where the child victim lived, people are lining up to get vaccinated. But some experts say the response hasn't been strong enough. Recently, the federal government fired dozens of CDC workers responsible for training lab staff and helping with outbreak response. Lawmakers are now urging them to rehire those workers and launch a stronger vaccine awareness campaign. Meanwhile, the U.S. Health Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., made headlines when he incorrectly stated that there were 2 deaths. Local officials later clarified that there was only 1. With confusion and misinformation spreading, it's more important than ever to rely on accurate sources of information. What you can do. So what can you do to protect yourself and your loved ones? Here are some simple steps. Get vaccinated. If you haven't had the measles vaccine, now is the time to get it. Check your records. Make sure your children and family members are up to date. Stay informed. Follow trusted health sources like the CDC and WHO for updates. Speak up. Encourage friends and family to vaccinate their children. Support community health efforts. If vaccination clinics are available, spread the word and help those who may need assistance getting there. Measles is preventable, and together we can stop it. Let's make sure no more lives are lost to this disease. Let's spread awareness, not the virus. Stay safe, stay informed, and protect your community. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more important health updates.